Hello and welcome to my packing video for my Kevo Canyon trip, which was 63 kilometers in Kevo near Utsjoki in really north of Finland. So let's get started. So let's try with my backpack. I still have my Gossamer Gear Mariposa 60 liter. This was kind of like, if on this trip it doesn't feel good, I'm going to sell it and buy a different one. This trip, it was okay. So I am going to keep it. But with the backpack, I had this Deuter 45 to 90 liter backpack cover, which I used on the first day and when I was traveling by bus to protect everything, because I storage lots of things on the pockets of my backpack, so just in case if they fall, they will fall on inside of this one instead of on the bottom of the bus. I had this Gossamer Gear umbrella clip, so this one comes to the strap of your backpack, and there is another thing that holds the umbrella, like two-piece thing. Didn't really use it this time, but it gives you the freedom to use your hiking poles, which I always carry with me because my tent needs my hiking poles. I had this Gossamer Gear bottle rocket, something like that, for my water bottle. That's also on a strap, so I can just keep my water bottle, so I can just keep drinking while I'm walking. So it has a straw, so I just go like, and that's it. I also had these two of these like a peg things that hangs off the backpack, so if I want to wash my socks, not really my socks because I didn't have spare socks with me this time, but still, if I want to hang anything to dry outside of my backpack, I can do it with this. I had two of them, but the other one it's somewhere. Then I had this Gossamer Gear fanny bag that says Mimukka. I carried my wallet. It's Outdoor Line waterproof wallet where I had like 10 euro cash and my cards, my ID, bank card and stuff. I have my Bonpus Duo tent. I think it's 7 or 800 grams, and again you set it up with your hiking poles that I have somewhere there. I have my footprint, like really ultra lightweight footprint in here, and my tent stakes. I had 10 of them when I started, and now I only have 9 of them, so I have lost one, but they're like 7 grams each, so they are heavier than normal ones, but they're like a Y shape, so it's more like a heavy duty thing. Then I have this Swedish cloth just in case if the bottom of the tent is wet, so I can dry it with this one. Also, this needs to be a little bit damp before it works. It doesn't work out when it's fully dry, because I tried to dry the condition water inside of my tent, didn't work out. My sleeping pad is a Thermarest Neo Air X Lite. The R value is 4.5, so I have kind of downgraded for my Thermarest Neo Air, can't remember what it was, but the R value was 6.9. So this is colder, but this is extra wide and it's shorter than the other one. The other one was long, so it's more lightweight, but it's colder, but it's wider, so I don't have to sleep like this. I can actually like have my elbows out. I had my Hike and Tour pillow that has a strap in here, so you can strap it around the sleeping pad. And then my Enlightened Equipment sleeping quilt. I'm not going to take it fully out, but it's a lovely color, and they were in Currymore 10 liter waterproof bag. And then I also had my sleeping mask. I had my food in this Bonfos food bag. Can't tell you how big or what size it is, but it's a food bag and it's waterproof, so the food was dry. That's the main thing. Then I have my pouch for my pot, and inside this is 750 liter pot, and I have a lighter. I have my Honor stove. Hold on a second. This is the first time when I used it. It is 20 grams, 25 grams heavier than my BRS 3000, but when I used this with the gas, it didn't make the noise when I turned it or when I screwed it on or off. So I think it might save a little bit more gas than the other one. So kind of the weight is, it's okay if you save the gas. Then I also have little microfiber towel to dry the pot and 100 gram gas. Yes, because I was there for, I was hiking basically Monday, Tuesday, or half Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. I was hiking 4 days, so the 100 gram gas is grand. And then I had my DIY windshield. So this is made of like an aluminium barbecue tray, so it has the same shape as the normal windshield, but it also has this little like a little thing down there, so when you put the gas there, it holds the windscreen so that the wind doesn't like blow it away or anything, and it's high enough just to cover the fire, whatever. Then I had my long titanium spoon, and I had a little bit of salt with me, so I put salt on the water instead of taking electrolyte tablets. I was kind of using salt instead of them. I know it's not the same thing, but anyway. Then I had my Sea Summit cup with a lid. The lid, pointless, and I also didn't use the cup, so the whole thing pointless for this trip. With a tent, it came with 4 extra guidelines that I took with me, just in case if it gets really windy, you will have 4 extra guidelines to set the tent so it doesn't blow away. And then I had a tiny sitting pad. There is a sitting pad at the back of the backpack, but I find it kind of, it's too much hassle to take it off, and not to take it off, put it back on when the backpack is full. So when you're taking a break, this will do the trick, because it's so small and it will be in the pocket. Then I had my cap and my mosquito net, because there was mosquitoes. It wasn't fun anymore because, you know, mosquitoes, too many of them. I just couldn't. But yeah, it is what it is. Then I also had this Mountain Warehouse or mini towel, microfiber towel from Mountain Warehouse that was hanging off my backpack. So basically, when I did the river crossings, I was able to dry my feet on this one, and then it was hanging off my backpack, so it was drying while I was walking. And I also had another small microfiber towel, just so that if I wash my face, I don't need to dry it to the same towel that I used for my feet. And also the last night when I was sleeping on a cabin, I showered with, or I dried myself on this towel after showering. So it worked out. Let's put it in that way. Next, I have my toilet kit. So I had my Cooler Clean travel bidet. So you just basically you put it in a water bottle like this, and then you put it upside down, and you push the bottle, and then it squirts the water, and you can wash yourself with soap. I didn't use it because I didn't have an extra water bottle to use it for, because this one is wide mouth, so it didn't really work out. But luckily it's only like, I don't know, 5 grams or so. I had my poop scoop that I still haven't used. Like there has always been this like outside bathrooms to do the number 2, so didn't need to use this. I had toilet paper in a Ziploc bag and my Kula cloth. So this is basically, this is waterproof, so you put your hand in here and then you tap with the black side, you tap your pee, and then you just hang it off your backpack to dry. And if the pee side, if it, let's say if it bothers you, there is a button so you can clip it like this, and the pee stays in and all is good. And then you just wash it in the evening or something like that. I also had hand sanitizer hanging off my backpack and a little lighting just in case if the outdoor bathrooms didn't have windows. So it's really, you kind of want to see what you're doing in a bathroom. Yeah, so that's why the mini light. Then I also had like hand sanitizer wipes, 1 per day, just so I can actually like wipe the dirt off my hands before eating. That's kind of the point. So I had deodorant. I know in the forest no one can smell you, but I still had it. And I had this like a tiny, is it compactable wipes? So you pour water on the top of this and it will like expand to be a wipe. So when I was cooking the water or boiling the water for my food, I used the rest of the water to use this one. So you can actually like wipe yourself with bathe yourself with like warm wipe. Then I had Vaseline for my feet that I used once. I had cream, it's for face and body. I used it once on the last day when I actually had a shower. Then I had this aloe vera gel. Didn't use it, but it was meant to be like an after sun, if it's really sunny day, but didn't use it. I had this tiny little new powder soap by Pika. It's meant to be good, like if you're hiking on a winter time, it doesn't freeze because it's powder and it's really easy to use. Then I had lip balm, SPF 30. I did have a sunscreen stick, SPF 50, but I didn't use it. And then this one is a hair conditioner. It's not full, so because I didn't even need to use this much. I used it once. I always use everything once. I have this big comb and mosquito repellent. The brand is Free. In Lapland, it worked for 5 minutes and then the mosquitoes were back. So that was kind of pointless for me. Then I had toothpaste and this tiny little toothbrush. It's kind of, yes, it's lightweight and small and everything, but when you brush your back teeth, basically your fingers are inside of your mouth, and then it's all dirty because the toothpaste is everywhere. So yeah, lightweight, but not really the handiest. And also it is the like the most basic thing. So I don't know, maybe it's about how you brush your teeth instead of how what the toothbrush is. But still, I wasn't really a fan of it. Um, I also had this like not dental floss, but this like dental thing also to clean my like between my teeth. Um, Small scissors, whiskers. They are foldable, so they go in a small space, and you can also take them to the airplane. I had this brand called Life System thick tweezers. They weigh like 5 grams or so, so really, really lightweight. But they don't work out for like plugging your eyebrows or anything. They're like, I would say for ticks that I didn't need to use, but I still had them because ticks are everywhere. I had my tiny little first aid pouch that had blister plasters, normal plasters, needle and thread, and nail file, a tiny little, it's not a band-aid, it's like a, what do you call this thing? Band-aid. It is a band-aid. Whatever. Then I had just like few medicine stuff. Then I said blister plasters. I had alcohol pads for like the actual ones for, I don't know if I cut myself. A little bit of sports tape just to wrap maybe one ankle, and a little bit of kinesiology or whatever you call it, tape, just in case. I had a tent repair kit, or like for the net in a tent, and then I don't know, this is for tent seam, and then I have repair kit for sleeping pad, and the repair kit for the net came handy because I had a mouse inside of the tent, or he bit his way in, so I needed to repair it. So thank God I had that one with me. Then I had this emergency mirror that I have never had, but I found it somewhere, so I was like, it could be handy. If I need to be rescued, I can sign where I am. And my tiny little key looking mini knife. Just so I can fight with bears or something. Just kidding. But yeah, still had it just in case if anything happens. If I need to cut my leg off, I can I can do it with that. Yeah. Then I had this carabiner for, or I don't even know what it's called, but this clippy thing. I had my Crocs hanging off it. I don't have the Crocs here, they are downstairs, but the Crocs were handy for river crossings, because last time I had my flip-flops and I was scared that the flow of water will take them away. So Crocs were good. They were 100 grams heavier, but they were good. What next? Electronics. So I had this little waterproof pouch for my electronics, and I had a plug just in case my Anchor 20,000 power bank will run out. So I can charge my phone in a shop or in a bus with this one, because they don't always have the UBS thing. They might have an actual plug, so I had that one. USB-C cable for my Garmin, a selfie stick, which I didn't use, Bluetooth earplugs, which I didn't use, Samsung Smart Tag, so that my mom can track me if I'm moving, if I'm not moving, or because I was hanging it, or it was hanging off my backpack. So let's say if something happens, if the river takes my backpack, I can actually track from my phone where my backpack is. So I don't know if I would ever see my backpack after that anyway, because the river flow is quite fast, but still had it. Then I had this Flex Tail. It's 60 gram sleeping pad pump. So it has a different, what do you call these? Things for different sleeping pads. And with one charge, you're meant to fill like 20 to 25 sleeping bags. And you can also deflate them. So that will do for like 3 weeks trip every day if you just fill your sleeping bag. Then I had this water bowl, or it's like a dog bowl for water or food or whatever. I had a nice idea. I take the water from the river, I go a little bit further because, you know, you're not meant to wash yourself in the river. So I can put water in there. Oops. I can take water and wash my face and stuff. Be good, but didn't really use it. But luckily it's only like 5 grams, under 5 grams or so. So all good. I had my Platypus quick draw filter and Platypus, the dirty water pouch that came with the filter. But I didn't feel like this was doing too well because you kind of needed to do this movement or like in the water, because it doesn't fill up like a normal water bottle that you just put under the water and the bubbles start to come. It doesn't work like that. So it was a little bit hassle, but not really that much hassle. But then again, if the water is really low, it's hard to get water in there. But I have a different one, so next time I'll use a different one. Then I had 4 of these like guy line stoppers for the 4 extra guy lines and safety pins. My rain gear. So I had my Marmot Marmot rain jacket anyway. And this time I actually had like washed it with these things that keeps it more waterproof than versus when I had it on Spain and it let the water in. Then I had my enlightened equipment rain skirt that I had in Spain. I used all of these on the first day, to be honest, but then it was all good. But luckily this one 50 grams, so all good. I had this salmon rain mittens. So if it rains the whole week, your hands will get wet and like, you know, you'll be cold, you're in Lapland, blah blah blah. So that's why I had these, and they also have like a hole in here, so, and like a elastic band, so you can actually wear them like this as well if you get too warm. But yeah, I was supposed to have these in Spain where it rained, where I didn't have them, but I had them in Lapland where it didn't rain. Anyway, then I had my Decathlon ultralight umbrella SPF 50 that I used on the first day. But yeah, I don't go anywhere with my umbrella. My umbrella is like, I love it. As my walking clothes, I had my Salomon Wayfair trekking pants, I think so, trekking trouser, whatever you want to call them. They have like an insect shield, so I don't know what it actually means, but the mosquitoes didn't bite through the pants. They were really warm, I got really sweaty, I hated my life out there, but the mosquitoes didn't eat through the pants, so appreciate the pants. I had this O'Neill's training top. Again, I was too warm, I was sweaty, I was miserable, but the mosquitoes didn't, um, they don't sting, they don't bite. They didn't suck me through. Anyway, the mosquitoes couldn't eat me through this. Then I had my Honor merino t-shirt. Then I had Caritra sports bra, Injinji toe socks, and darn tough. I think they're merino socks, but like together. I used them together because that's what I do. I had my undies and buff scarf. It's also insect treated. I don't know how does this affect insects. Like, is it like mosquito repellent or that they can't eat through this? It's really thin, so I don't think it's anything that they can't eat through this. It's just maybe it smells or something. I think it was treated with permethrin. So I suppose in the same way as mosquito repellents. I don't know. Then as my sleeping clothes were, first of all, they were all in this waterproof bag. So I had 4 waterproof bags. One for my food, one for my sleeping quilt, one for my electronics, and one for my spare clothes, so sleeping clothes. And everything else was just there. The backpack is meant to be kind of waterproof-ish, which it is waterproof-ish, but it's not fully waterproof. So in that way there isn't. And then I had my first aid kit. This is also waterproof. So kind of like if it rains all the time. And then I had my water, like this rain cover. So yeah, it probably would have been lighter to have just one big liner, but I did it in this way this time. Anyway, I had, as my sleeping clothes, I had North Outdoor Arctic merino leggings. Then I had North Outdoor Sensitive merino top. Then I had merino socks, kind of like like a medium socks from Mountain Warehouse. And then I had 2 spare undies. I was kind of thinking that I would use these on a day for river crossings, but I didn't know, like these are supernatural boxers or hipsters, whatever. But I didn't know which day the river crossings were, so I couldn't be prepared. But they were as my spare undies and just normal spare undies. I think that's pretty much it. As my why did I carry this is my tiny hot water bottle. I was thinking maybe if it gets too cold, I can just boil water and I can put this, I can cuddle this when I'm cold. It could have been handy if it was raining every day, all the time, but it didn't. So, did I use it? Luckily, it's not heavy. And then I had my sunglasses, of course. Couldn't live without them. But other than that, if I look at all the stuff that I have, I think that was it. So for the future, I have no plans where I'm going. But until then, goodbye.